Hello, welcome back. I'm Brendan Lee. In this video, I want to talk to you about self-inversion. 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 To understand this, at least, my goal is for you to have an experiential understanding of what the fuck's going on, right? This means that it is non-intellectual and you can actually see it, work with it, and you understand. Like actually understand, not just intellectually. So, something that's useful with this is I want you to notice that you have an experience of yourself. Now, don't overlook your experience of yourself. I don't mean something fantastical. I just mean like, look, right now in your experience, there's like objects and then there's you, yourself. You have an experience of like the room out there and then yourself, right? If your self-experience is completely self-inverted, which is inwardly self-focused, that would be inversion. Instead of having yourself inwardly focused, and what I mean by that is your attention is on yourself as something like in here, weak, can't do it, incapable, whatever, like just inwardly focused. That is inverting onto yours. That's an experience of self-inversion, just what we're talking about. Contrast that with, like, okay, so now, for example, somebody who is completely selfish and very intellectually oriented will tend in this direction. Their attention, if you look carefully, you pay attention, maybe you do enough work so that you free up yourself and or make the right distinctions, you can look at people and you, oh, it looks like that person is completely up in their head all the time. They have no idea, they're up inside there. Usually scared or cut off or whatever, but like inverted. That's an example of like their self, whatever that is, right? Like their self is this way. That's all. That's all. Simple. And again, not psychological, just where's the attention? What is your experience of yourself? Is your experience of yourself like sucked up into your body, metaphorically? That's like self-inversion. Counteract that. So self-inversion, be like, if I have a world in here that I'm completely relating to all the time, and it's like, this is the important thing, and when I look out at the world, it's like I'm affected by stuff, but I'm not really in control, and I have to I'm looking out from inside a fucking bunker. Like a lot of people really like this. They're in there looking out, trying to play it safe. That again is like self-inversion. Lying seems to promote this because you're cut off from actually connecting with somebody else. You're like, again, it's like a principle, self-inversion, when you're inwardly focused. Contrast that with instead you be out here. And you can actually do this right away, which I think Robert mentioned. There's some workshops for that. Transforming your experience of life workshop. Come do that. It works for this. Be out here. Hello. You don't need to be focused in here. You can actually live your life not in here, which, another story, but your life, whenever you have a life, where do you go to find that? But that's not where life is. You still think it exists somewhere, right? Life, say, put it out here. Because also, that's where life happens, is out here. You can actually do that intentionally. That would be an example of extroversion. Or like Victor posted a comment for you there, which was good. It's like, if you commit yourself, again, you commit yourself to something bigger than you. You see, now, right in that sentence, listen again. You commit yourself to something bigger than you, which means you already have a you, and your you is somehow small. See? Or the you that you generally have, and then think about it. Think about your personal private you, right? The one that's committed to your own self needs. Who's that one? Is that one big and powerful? No, it cares about little petty shit that, like, oh, my needs and my fears and then, what can I get for me and how do I avoid this? You see that one? That's that small one, as if. If you're completely committed to that, you will be like inverted on yourself, like committed to this small one. Instead, if you commit yourself to something greater than you, it forces you to become bigger because you are now doing that. And it is bigger than you. That means you have to be bigger to handle it, for example. This is an example of self-extroversion, being out here. Do you see the difference? Try it. Be out here. And then you might have something. Yeah, but I can't. Shut the fuck up. Or, but I don't know how. Shut the fuck up. Or what? Some doubts. I don't know. I'm doubting if I shut the fuck up. No, just be out here. Take yourself and go, we're out here now. From your body out. Be out in the room. Try it. Try it. If you didn't try it, then shut the fuck up and try it. You see? If you do what I asked you to, you will notice an immediate change in your state and experience that is aligned with being more alive, more powerful, probably more big. It will get bigger. Your internal problems should disappear because you're not internally focused. You're out here. Your problems aren't out here. Hello? They're in there. Oh my God, what am I going to do? No. See the difference? And you can do that. This is the thing that gets my fucking goat. In workshops, Transforming Your Experience of Life workshop or others, we do this, right? People can make an instant shift and then right back or whatever. No. Okay. Ooh, I like that one. And then forget that you can do that. Or like I'll have people try to make a shift. And then they go, yeah, but. They give me the yeah, buts, right? Yeah, but. No! Shut up and do it. Or don't shut up, just do it. Yeah, but. Shh. No! See, because like for whatever reason, at least in this day and age, in this culture, our programming says we can't just have a better experience. What? I did the same shit, so it's okay. I'm just saying, from this other perspective, it's mind-blowing. That is the dumbest shit I've heard all week. Okay, some of the dumbest shit. I always hear it too. Yeah, but I can't. Yeah, you can. So then you do it. Now, the doing of it, when you are actually out here, is not inverted. It's like the opposite of that. So you can do that to help you understand what this inversion shit is. And start to notice, like at first, for example, we had an apprentice here, right? He was stuffed the fuck up in his head, and I got on his ass about it. I got on him. And you can ask him. He'll tell you he's from the Faroe Islands. So I got it. He's all like, oh, he's up in here. He's like, yes. And he did lots of meditation, right? And I said, hey, what are you doing in there? I'm like, oh, hello, come on out here. He's like, but I feel like I am out here. I am. I'm very aware. No, he fucking wasn't. See, but the thing is, at first glance, what was his stance? When I confronted him, what was his stance? No, I am aware. I'm completely out here. Yeah. No, he didn't say that. But it's like, basically, no, Brendan, you're wrong. But then I stayed on him. And then after a while, he started to show up. I was like, yeah, see? He's like, oh, okay. Something like that. After a while, often it works like this, which I had to learn to trust myself on that. Because at first, it's like if somebody were to say, no, I can't do it, I might have like bought that. I would have been weak in my own teaching and facilitation and been like, oh, no, it's fine. But the reality is, if they're going to learn, as a teacher, a facilitator, sometimes I need to stand the fuck up and I need to make sure something happens. And in this case, like I'm 100% correct, like I got it, I understand. It may not happen right away, see? But what this guy got, I'm going to postulate here with this, is if I hadn't stayed on his ass, he wouldn't have even known the difference. He would have stayed in that world and not even known that there's this other possibility available. Because if you stay on it, you try again, you'll start to make a little progress, you make a little crack. Oh, that means now there's a direction you can move. You can either go more towards inversion or more towards being out here. See? But without that little experiential shift, it's all intellectual. So do it. And then so when you make the shift, now you can notice a difference if you do it. You notice a real difference, an experiential difference in what you've got going on. Now you can start to notice, and a new world could open up, a world that is not inverted, not completely self-centered, up in your head, worried about your thoughts and feelings and worries, and in that world in there, you can simply... It's literally as simple as being focused up in here to putting yourself out here. Hello. Or, as Victor mentioned, you commit yourself to something bigger than you, and it forces you, if you're going to handle it, to be out here. It forces you to handle something bigger. Your personal tiny problems become less. It's like, oh no, I got bigger fish to fry than that bullshit. And you get bigger. And there are consequences to that. You feel better about yourself, probably. Higher self-esteem, more personal power. Your sense of yourself. You have a sense of yourself? Is it small? Is it like you sense you in your body somewhere? You ever tried sensing yourself in an entire room? It's a different sense. It's bigger. Why? Because the room's fucking bigger. Hello? See? You commit yourself to, I don't know, like I said, I use an example. I run these weekly meetings, and it's like there's people that count on me. It's like when I'm serving a lot of people, it's like, oh, my sense of self changes. Hello? Why? Because it's not about me. It's about, like, us. Or guys, I hear stories, rumors about people on teams. You ever been on a powerful team? I bet, like I said, I talked to some Major League Baseball players, ex-Major League Baseball players. It's like, I bet when they get out of being on a team, I bet they fucking miss it. Why? Because being on a team is a better feeling. Myself is bigger. Why? Because it's a team. It's not me, it's we. Like Muhammad Ali's famous speech, me, we. See, it's better. I don't know. Why is it better? Probably because it's not that internal shit you got going on. Because that's just stupid. See, but in either case, okay, so back on track, right? Then you can use that to study. What is this okay, wow, yeah. I can be self-inverted. Your attention completely inwardly focused. I can also be out here. Oh, that's different. You see, then you start to notice, oh, one and the other. And then notice again, as I keep harping on, what are the consequences? And when I say what are the consequences, it's like my intent is for you to get that you have an experience, and then when you make changes in your experience, that there's fucking consequences. And so then you have more power. It has given me more power to notice, to, in essence, pay the fuck attention to what you're doing, okay? That's what it is. If you do something that gives you negative consequences, hello, don't do that. If you do something that you like the consequences, do that. See, it's like a way to teach me. So I harp on you to notice the consequences coming from a place of I want you to get it. I don't want me to get it. I got it. I want you to get it. The only way for you to get it is for you to get it, not me. That's why I say pay attention. Look. Work on it. So with this self-inversion stuff. So now, to answer your question, take a look. Notice when you focus completely inwardly on yourself. Notice and then try. Try be out here. Hello. Come on out. And then see if that's different. And then go, what is this inversion stuff, if you want to know like what it is. And notice, ask yourself and consider, what are the causes, what leads you down these roads? Or start to notice that you are on that road in the ways that you are. Oh yeah, when I do this, this is completely like that. Oh yeah, it forces my attention to focus solely on myself, in here, somewhere, small, whatever. Huh, that's different. And then note, like, see if you can catch yourself, for example. Like, here's one small example from my life, and then I want you to find your own because you're working on it, I hope. It's like, sometimes I'll be during the day, and then I'll be like, oh, I got to do this thing, and then I kind of niggle about it, right? It's like, I got to do this thing, I kind of don't want to do it, but I feel uncomfortable, and right? And I have this uncomfortable feeling. And then I watch, and then I do the thing. And it's very weird because, now this is where it takes memory, as far as I can tell, because when I do the thing, I remember, wait a minute, and I watch. When I am doing the thing, I am not uncomfortable. I'm not bitching about it. I'm not whining about it. I'm not upset. I'm not anxious about it. I'm just doing this thing. Why? Because when I'm doing it, and it's a completely different domain than when I'm not doing it and thinking about it. See? Where does that take place? Up in here. And then there's doing the thing. And I watch, oh yeah, when I do the thing, I'm not doing any of that other shit. So then retroactively, I go back, I go, huh. So the next time maybe I start doing this stuff, I go, wait a minute, you're just doing shit. Oh yeah, and it's literally like that. I got to pay attention to what I'm doing. And I'm like, Brendan, when you do the thing, you don't have all this crap going on. Oh yeah. Do the thing, dummy. Oh yeah. And then I do the thing, and I feel fine. Hello? See? Like, small example, small. So now, what examples do you have? You have to pay attention. You have to watch what goes on. Then you can find out what's going on. All right, so Lilia, I hope that answered your question about self-inversion. Work on it. If you have other questions, send messages. You know the drill. Everybody else on school, thanks for your contributions. I hope this has served you as well. For those of you that have not seen this before, try some of the shit out. If you're kind of like, what is this? If you're curious, check the links in the description. We have an online community where you can get involved. There's some free course material. Definitely recommend checking that out. Like if you want this to be more than just entertainment, if you want this to be entertainment, fine, just entertain yourself, no worries. If you want to experience the depth and the power of this work that it can actually happen, which actually can happen, you have to work on it. I'm sorry, it's the only way. If you want to get ripped and shredded, you have to build the skills. You have to go through the crucible, you have to lift the weights and go through the pain of working out and get big. If you want to learn how to fight or do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, whatever, you pick it. You want to learn astrophysics, you got to learn the shit. What does that mean? You work on it. There's no other way around it. So, and there is power to be had here. There's freedom to be had in this work. There's happiness that you haven't experienced to be had in this work, which is an invitation. Again, I don't care if you do it or not, but if you want it, you have to work on it. So, a place where you can get resources to work on it for free. School. We have a community. Come check us out. If you're in it, you want to get more serious, email me. Let's have a conversation. If you're really serious, you really want to get serious, come to a workshop or an apprenticeship, something like that. Okay, but links for that can be found in the description. You have to involve yourself, though, if you want to get the benefit. Otherwise, if you want the entertainment value, cool. Just watch the videos. I'm happy to have you too. I don't care either way. So I just hope this has served you. All right? Much love. Take care. Bye.